Alright, hello and welcome everybody. I'm of course Conman, and we're about to start another Heroes of the Storm A to Z episode. We're gonna take a look at Tyrande, Tyranda, Ola, yeah. Anyway, she was just reworked recently. I think it was in that Diva patch that introduced Diva, that also reworked Alarak. She got a rework as well. She, on paper, looked like it was going to be really strong, and in practice, where we seem to be finding the general consensus of the Heroes community is she's kind of weaker now. It's kind of a nerf for her. It kind of redid her playstyle. She's actually kind of assassin-esque-ish now, much more than she was. You know, it took away a lot of her healing ability, which may or may not have been a good thing. She definitely now plays more like an assassin and empowers that kind of play style. She just got touched up again a little bit and gave her a slight buff to say, I think it was Shadow Stock. Yeah, let's take it out. I didn't play her a whole lot before the rework, and this is my first really get-go with the new stuff. We'll give it a run through. So first off, her trait is Hunter's Mark. It'll reveal a target enemy and lower their armor by 25% for 4 seconds. It increases all damage done by 25%. Looks something like that. Alright, so you'll see there's the damage that's done. Actually, let's take a peek. Level 20, 1.25 attacks per second. She is ranged. Decent enough attack damage, nothing out of the ordinary there. You know, she's just your standard kind of hero range here. She doesn't have a whole lot of mobility. She doesn't have any means of escape. So that's going to come back and haunt her in a couple situations. But she does. Hunter's Mark is going to apply this damage across the board to anybody, not just yourself, anybody who's attacking this. This is going to work against minions. It's going to work against mercs. Like, I can drop this on, let me cooldown. Here we go. I can drop it on that minion. I can drop it on that merc. I can drop it on the boss. If we're playing something like Battlefield of Eternity, I can drop it on the Immortal, and that's a big deal because that makes her very good for Immortal races. There's going to be just a straight up 25% extra damage to that Immortal if everyone's going down. 20-second cooldown though, so that is a big thing. So that's her trait. She gets some interesting stuff here. First off, let's look at her Q is Light of a Loon. 12-second cooldown. Heal a target ally, or you can heal yourself for 592 damage. So it's a nice chunk. The basic attacks reduce the cooldown. So let's look at this. You can heal yourself, and then as you attack. So a lot of her playstyle is going to revolve around attacking as much as possible, just for this reason. You can drop the heal, and then you attack more, you lower the cooldown, and there you go. So you're not going to be a primary support. Let's just put it this way. You're not going to be a primary support. You're going to want to be a secondary support, and I don't even know if you're going to take it really for the heal. But the point is, attack as much as possible, because then you'll be able to heal more and help out your team. You can heal yourself, you know, so there's that. So then we have Sentinel. Sentinel that travels across the battlefield revealing its path. So I'm going to go like this. You can see it's got vision across the board. This is global. It will go all the way across the map. It deals damage to the first enemy that it hits, and it will reveal them, so you could pop people should you get lucky with it. You know, it's global range, so if you're slick, you can kind of pick people off as it goes across. It's got an 18-second cooldown. And here's the interesting thing. It's got a baseline quest. Every 8 heroes hit decreases its mana cost by 10, and it's not, you know, it's got a lot of mana, 70 mana, and it causes it to pierce a target. So I can even hit, bing, there you go, you got a little ping there. Heroes hit 2. Actually, I don't know why I went through that hero as well. It should definitely not have gone through this thing. So you do have to hit it. There you go, there's Arthas again. I don't believe it was supposed to go through and pierce this hero. I don't think, I mean, this target dummy is supposed to be a hero. I don't think it was supposed to pierce that hero. Now, I was messing around in try mode a little bit, so it's a possibility that I bugged the talent out. But essentially, it's supposed to stop short within that first hero. Otherwise, it will keep going if it doesn't. So keep that in mind. It's not going to, you know, pierce everything. It's only going to be that first hero. 18-second cooldown, but this is great for vision. Obviously, you can send this across the map to see where the enemy's at. If you think they're at the boss, you can send it through the boss and take a look. It can be used. It does a surprising amount of damage for what it is, so you can definitely use it to pick people off. If somebody gets away with a sliver of health, you might be able to send that owl out and get a last bit of a, get the last kill with it. Here's the E. E is Lunar Flare. This is where a lot of her playstyle is still going to revolve around. After 3/4 of a second, you deal actually a large amount of damage, and you stun the target for 0.75 seconds. So, I mean, the stun itself is great in a team fight. It's going to, interrupt enemies. It's going to do a lot of damage. It's really great if she gets to synergize with somebody else who has some other CC. Somebody like a tank like a Varian, somebody maybe like an ETC, somebody who gets an initial stun or initial, CC follow-up, and then all of a sudden you turn around and you drop this down. Malfurion, if you pair her with Mouth root somebody, boom, and then you drop the stun on them, because they can walk out of this if you mistime it. Like if you only cast it at the edge of it, they can just take a step back and they can dodge this. So she's really great if you get to pair her with somebody who can actually, engage with some CC, and then you can use that as a follow-up ability. Yeah, so there you go. Let's look at her ults real fast. We'll reset everything. We'll go through. She's got two. First one is Shadow Stalk. You stealth. This used to stealth everybody and heal. Now it doesn't heal anymore. But you stealth and gain 30% movement speed. And this stealth lasts indefinitely. Like, it is a stealth. Now you can be revealed just like anybody else. As long as I want to. As long as I don't attack or as long as I don't cast an ability, this stealth is just gonna go do its thing. You can see I can move faster. If I mount, I'll break the stealth, but there's no need to mount because you're already 30% faster, so you're basically at mount speed. And here's the thing. When you break the stealth, you gain 50% attack speed and retain the movement speed bonus for 5 seconds. So I'm going to go break stealth. I'm going to go pop Arthas. You see, my attack speed goes up, my movement speed is still there. So this is very interesting. I mean, first off, this gives her kind of an escape. This is like her one means of escape. She can chase, you can Shadow Stalk to get the speed bonus and also the stealth, and you'll stop being targeted. But you can also use this to kind of get behind enemy lines and dive in on somebody. There was one game I think I was playing, I think the Medivh video that I had made, I was playing with Medivh and I'm like, oh, I'm fine. And then, the Tyrande, she ran up and stealth and popped me as I was trying to hearth and picked me off. So you can do stuff like that. So you do get to play a little bit. You can turn around, from stealth, cast Lunar Flare, Hunter's Mark, and then just kind of like do a big chunk of damage in a short period of time and burst somebody with that. So yeah, there is some play style that can be done with Shadow Stalk.
Choose a talent.
Otherwise, if you don't want Shadow Stalk, you have Starfall.
Choose a talent.
You deal damage in an area to enemies, and you slow them for 6 seconds. So this is just an area of denial thing. If you can catch them in it, it's great. It's going to do some damage. It's going to slow them down. If you get a big group, big team fight, you drop this and everything, they're going to be slowed. I think it's the more commonly picked one. They did just lower the cooldown on Shadow Stalk. It was 30 seconds. It's now 20 seconds. And I think they lowered the mana cost too. So that was pretty nice. Let's look at some of her talents. I was looking over, some talent builds, and I can have an idea of how I want to build her out. So you got a couple choices at level 1. You got a bunch of quest talents. Ranger, Sentinel's width is increased, and it deals more damage based on the distance traveled. Here's an interesting one. Hitting enemy heroes with Sentinel increases the maximum damage bonus up to 3%. Now that damage bonus, look, you can see the width. The width is pretty large. The damage bonus stacks indefinitely.
Enemy slain.
So I'm like, if I do something, you can do something like this. Now clearly you're not going to get 9,000 stacks. Let's do one of these. Yeah, that was quite a bit of damage. The damage bonus isn't going to stack indefinitely, but you can build it up indefinitely. It's not going to stack to 9,000, but you can stack it up indefinitely. Lunar Blaze. Excuse me, if you want to go Lunar Flare, repeatable quest, hitting heroes with Lunar Flare increases his damage by 3%. Again, this is going to stack indefinitely. If you can just land this consistently, it's just going to keep going up. As you see here, I mean, like, again, you're not going to get 1,000 hits with it, even though it's kind of fun to play with. But,
choose a talent.
You can build this up indefinitely. If you hit 10 heroes, the Flare no longer has a mana cost. It's got a 60 mana cost by default, so that's actually pretty nice. After you hit 20 heroes, you increase the range of Lunar Flare. So there's the range right there. If you do take it and complete the quest, there's the range. So that's actually really good as well.
Choose a talent.
Otherwise, Ranger's Mark. This is if you want to go kind of straight damage. Basic attacks reduce the cooldown of Hunter's Mark, by 1 second. Now this is a long cooldown, 20 seconds.
Yes. Choose a talent.
Let's actually, we'll take that off. You see, now I'm slowly going to reduce the cooldown, which is pretty nifty, because it lets you cast Hunter's Mark more often. After every 50 basic attacks against enemy heroes, even if you don't have Hunter's Mark on them, you are going to increase the duration by 1 second. 4-second duration, so you can get this up to 5 and 6 and 7 seconds and keep it going pretty long. You see, I don't have Hunter's Mark. I'm still getting the duration boost. I'm still getting the credit for it. We're going to let this go out for a little bit. Now again, this this is a repeatable quest. You're not going to cast this elite amount of times, but I can throw this on somebody and watch this. It's going to sit there. It's going to sit there. You know, that can be useful. That'll reveal somebody. It's going to reveal them. So like if you drop this on a stealther, they might have, 8 or 9 seconds if you can build it up that much, where they're going to be revealed. This is just going to stay there now. So that's I will reset talents and go away. Heroes hit pierces. Look at all of the pierces. Woo! That's definitely bug because I was playing with the talents, the reset talents. Level 4. This is going to increase your light of balloon. Moonlit arrows. Basic attacks decrease the cooldown by an additional 3/4 seconds, so you get to heal more often. Celestial attunement. Light of balloon removes stuns from a target. It's like a mini cleanse. When a stun is removed, Light of balloon may then be cast free within 3 seconds. So if you heal somebody who's stunned, you'll clear the stun. It's like a mini cleanse, and then you'll be able to cast it again. So you could conceivably use it twice in a row. If you've got an enemy team that's got a lot of stuns, maybe you're going to want to take this. This might be the way to go. You got to be quick on the trigger though, to be able to cast this while they're stunned. Calderai resistance. Light of balloon grants target 15 spell armor for 6 seconds. This is stacked. This effect will stack up to 4 times. You've got to be quick on the cooldown reduction in order to get it to stack. But if you get a high ability damage team, maybe you take this. I think it doesn't last long enough. I think you're better off with one of the other two. Personal opinion, but let me know what you think. Level 7. Here's an interesting one. You've got Darnassian Archery. Basic attacks against enemy heroes grant a stacking 5% bonus increased attack damage for 4 seconds. This will stack indefinitely. So let's look. We'll pick some talents. We'll pick this. We'll pick this. We'll pick this. Here you go. Now you see, I've got this going up. I just stay here forever. This will just keep stacking up 5%, 5%, 5%, 5%. Now, as long as I don't attack a minion or a merc or something, or I don't let it run out, it's just going to keep going up forever. Like, I don't think I can increase this with complete quest. Now, this is just going to keep going. Now, how often are you going to be able to sit here and attack for that long? That's a great question. But if you're going to be doing a lot of auto attacks, if you're in that kind of comp where that's going to happen for you, that's potentially really good to take. You're going to be able to build that up pretty quickly. Again, only affects heroes. Otherwise, here's an interesting one. True Shot Aura passively grants 10% increased attack damage to nearby allied heroes, and this is going to apply to you as well. So, and I'll show you. So here's my attack damage right now. We're just going through. You see, I'm doing 194. True Shot Aura. Now I'm doing 214. It's going to be reflected there. You can activate this once every 60 seconds to increase that amount to 20%. So if you've got a lot of auto attack heroes on your team, maybe you go True Shot Aura. That could be something to do. That could be something to help them out. You get a Tracer, you get an Illidan, you get something like that. You give them some extra bonus damage. We already talked about the ults. At 13, we have Harsh Moonlight. Sentinel slows and reduces damage dealt. So this will slow the target by 30%, reduces their damage by 30% for 4 seconds. So that's really interesting. Also, Empower is tempting. Reduce Sentinel's cooldown by 4 seconds for each time it hits a hero. So I mean, if you start to get this to pierce, you could potentially reduce this multiple times because it's going to go through across the board. Quickening Blessing. Light of balloon increases their movement speed by 25% for 3 seconds. If you need that mobility, maybe that's the way that you consider going as well. At 16, basic attacks here target ally. I'm not sure about that one. Activate to make Tyrande's basic attacks heal a target ally for 200% of damage dealt. Only 5 seconds. I think the cooldown on this is what really makes this Kind of a weird thing to use. You've got Mark of Mending. Your basic attacks heal yourself for 2% of her maximum health. Basic attacks against targets with Hunter's Mark heal the attacker for 3% of the maximum health. So that one's really good because not only if you're doing damage, you're going to get healed from this, but anybody who's attacking that target is going to heal themselves for that. So it's like a sneaky way to get a lot of health back up. Alternatively, Overflowing Light. While Tyrande is above 60% health, Light of Elun's healing is increased by 30%. So as long as you're high on health, your healing is going to be increased, and you can kind of, pass that and spam that along to the rest of the team. Level 20, Eyes of the Huntress. After casting Shadow Stalk, reveal all enemy heroes for 2 seconds. That could be interesting. 20-second cooldown now on Shadow Stalk, so you do have the potential to have this up fairly often when you need it. If you go Starfall applies Hunter's Mark to enemy heroes hit, so that's interesting, especially if you've got them all grouped up. You hit everyone at once, and now they're all taking 25% more damage. If you don't do this, you have Shooting Star. Here's a fun one. Increase your basic attack range by 1.1. Every 10th basic attack gives you a free Lunar Flare at a random hero. That's kind of fun. And then Ice Blade Arrows increases your attack speed by 25%, which of course will translate into more Light of Elun's. Basic attacks against enemy heroes reduce their damage dealt by 8% for 2 seconds, and this is going to stack. So her playstyle is going to evolve around just attacking as much as possible. She's a support, but not a main support. She's definitely going to be an off support, a secondary support. She's not going to be your main healer. Let's just put it that way. She's definitely not going to be your main healer. She can, if you've got a burst-focused team, you can drop Hunter's Mark on someone and really tear through people. You're going to want to land your stuns. What do you want to watch out for? You don't have any mobility. Like, if you overextend, you have really no way to get away. You just kind of you drop Lunar Flare and hope it hits, and if you don't hit it, well, there you go, you're in trouble. That's kind of where that comes from. So you got to be careful of your positioning and make sure that you don't overextend. You can help empower I think her support now comes in, you're able to empower your team. But now, I can target this boss, I can do extra damage. I don't have any talent, so I'm really not doing a lot of damage, but you kind of get the point. Also, that's still bugged because it's still vulnerable, even though it shouldn't be. Let's hop into a game. You see the talents in action when they're not bugged, and we'll see how it works out. We're gonna go back here. We're gonna hop into a game. Maybe we'll have an interesting one. It's like 3 in the morning over here. We're having some fun on a Friday night. As you can see by the queue, look at 60 seconds on that. I don't know how we'll see how this works out. So there are a couple builds you could play out. I mean, specking out for Hunter's Mark is interesting. It provides a lot of output in terms of your damage. If you can land your stuns consistently, that can be pretty solid as well. You want to see what the enemy comp is. If they have a lot of stuns, Celestial Attunement is going to be interesting. Okay, so we've got a Dahaka, Kerrigan. Was that a Stitches? I didn't catch the last of it. Where are we at as well? Let's go take a look here. Cursed Hollow. Okay. Cursed Hollow is a big map, so I will get some value out of Sentinel. Let's see. So they've got some stuns. They've got at least one stun. Some slows. So that was not a Stitches. That was a Lily. All right, so we got a real... Well, we got a double support. They've got a single support. They've got a interesting comp. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So the Zagara and and myself are solo. We've got some good damage. Like Kerrigan, if Kerrigan can land the combo, I can follow up with a Lunar Flare. We do have a lot of burst potential. Greyman and Kerrigan, if I lay on Hunter's Mark, have the ability to kind of tear through people. Interesting.
When these gates go down.
Interesting. I do gotta watch out for Alarak. If I get in range of him, he will eat me alive. that Discord strike will just be like, nope, you're dead now. I'm going to go Lunar Blaze. I'm going to try to get the stuns. If I can get the stuns, I can empower my team to do the thing that they do. So that's my hope, is that I can work on the stuns and have them go to town with that. So let's start out. We're just going to send this down the middle. Almost the middle. We're going to see what we can do. We got hit a hero. So there's Alarak right there. So hit Uther. We know Alarak and Uther are mid. And everyone is top and bottom. So I don't want to extend out here knowing that there's two heroes that are mid. Here, have one of those. That's just to hit you. You see, I missed the mark there. So do have to be careful about that. Do have to be careful about the
Yes, of course.
oof. Let's try this again. Let's play better. Play better.
Yes, of course.
Just some extra. We're going to try to stack that up too.
It is upon you.
Kerrigan went down. That is unfortunate.
So be it.
Haha, I did hit that, so that's nice.
In the name of Elune.
I do have to respect Alarak. He can pull me in with the telekinesis, which can be tempting. I don't want to overuse Hunter's Mark unless I'm going to be able to actually get a hit with it.
Onward.
There we go. Got a hit there. So that's too bad. We did well on that jump, though. We did do some damage. We're going to send that out there. Maybe we pick one of those guys off. We do hit someone in the face. So we got 7 hits on that Sentinel already. Question is, do I want to go Light of a Loon, or do I want to go... I'm going to go...
Generous offering.
You get some heals.
Heroes, gather tribute and earn my favor.
There we go. It's 8 stacks now on that. The Hawk is coming up, so that's nice.
For Kalendor.
There we go. Now I'm out of mana. That's the only bad thing about it. We're gonna heal you. We're gonna get the tribute though, and we get the kill on Uther, so that's pretty nice. I know you're there. Oh, you ran away. So that worked out. That worked out. We're gonna send that off, and we actually got it, so that's nice. There's 10. So you see, we've got Hero's Hit. It's gonna reduce the mana cost, and it's gonna pierce somebody. So that's great. Less mana is good because that's the problem that you have. Dahaka is in a lot of trouble. There really isn't much that I can do. We're going to see if we can tag Alarak with that. We do. You see it hits them both now.
Shall we see who gathers enough tribute this time?
There's the tribute. I'm going to remount. He is in a lot of trouble. I don't think I can do anything. There's a heal. I missed the stun, which is too bad. I ate the Discord Strike. Also too bad. Somehow I missed all of that. Let's see what we can do. We're going to go with the damage aura, I think. I think that'll work with Kerrigan and Greymane.
Yes, of course. The goddess blesses your hand.
Can't really do anything. That's a problem. I'm out of range.
I thank you.
So they're going to get the tribute if they didn't already.
Let us make haste.
There they go. They got it. You want to come over here? I would have loved to peek them, but they did have support, so they did have backup. I hit with the Sentinel there. How about that?
Of course.
Gotta be better with the flares. Definitely not hitting the flares as much as I need to. But that's fine. We're still a little bit ahead.
I grow tired of your petty squabbling. Gather tribute.
Now it's gonna, you see 20 mana reduction on that, and we got a kill on Vala before that came through. So that's pretty sweet. We know we've got 2 and 2 coming up, so we want to be careful. Let's see if we're gonna see if we get vision on them right there. There they are.
The goddess blesses your hand. As the goddess
I don't know where the rest of our team is, and I can't really do anything.
for Tyrande.
Like, I'm getting chased away, and there really isn't much that I'm able to accomplish. He's gonna get killed, I hope.
In the name of Elune. Good form.
You make for an admirable ally.
Excellent. Choose a talent. You're on a roll.
We'll go Starfall. I think Stealth is the flashy one. We're gonna go Starfall. So what happened there is I got zoned out by Arthas. I actually stood in his slow way too long, which was silly of me, and I took too much damage. And I couldn't come up and give him any extra support. We kind of let them just zone us out. We actually got more kills out of that, and because of that we hit 10 first. Although they picked it up shortly thereafter.
The goddess's wrath descends. Yes, of course.
And we've got 15 heroes hit. Oh, somehow I missed that. That was silly.
Gather tribute.
Alright,
or face
we're going to want to get
my
this
foes.
tribute. This will be a curse for them if they get it. We are not in the best of positions. I'm going to try to get it. Their Alarak is way out of position. We've got some good zoning potential there. We're going to get this without any trouble, so that's nice. We'll take that.
Enemies are unchanging.
For Tyrande.
No match for us.
We got 26 on the Sentinel. What I want to do, once we start engaging, I want to be able to kind of get people... Yeah, I got to watch out for that. I'm going to throw that down just to kind of zone out for him. Should probably heal him while I'm at it.
The goddess's wrath descends.
I'm just not hitting that very well. We lost the bottom for it. Zagara did that. She does have a lot of push potential.
I grow tired of your petty squabbling.
Alright.
Gather tribute.
Now we gotta watch out. There, we got 2 people on bottom. Zagara is on bottom as well. They're fighting over here. We're gonna have some trouble getting this tribute.
As the goddess wills.
Yep.
Let us make haste.
Oh, I got stunned. That's no good. They're so low.
Wrath descends.
They're all so low.
Yes, of course.
They did get the tribute.
Falls upon you, heroes.
Masterful.
Three!
As the goddess wills. This is the end.
Oh, we're gonna get this over here.
The goddess blesses your hand. Let us make haste.
Ugh. Just awful. I'm playing like crap. We got some kills. We lost the tribute. We're gonna go with the Sentinel slow. I think that'll be useful. Fortunately, since we got some kills, we're not gonna be in too bad of a shape because of the tribute. Because we're able to clear the waves pretty quickly. That's gonna be about 8 seconds. Whoops. Let's watch out for that. Oh, I got rack sheared.
My curse subsides.
There's a kill on Uther.
Destroyed.
Fantastic. Thank you for the help, team. Appreciate that. I'm gonna heal myself. So we got somebody down there.
Immediately.
It looks like Lily is going up to get Arthas, so I'm gonna join. Arthas bails out.
Onward. The goddess's wrath.
Oh my god.
Kick down!
Let us make haste.
I'm not hitting my hunter's mark at all. I keep trying to target it and I'm not hitting it. Which is why I'm being a big bag of crap. Like, we totally could have picked him off. And now I have to bail out because Dahaka ran away. I'm not yelling at Dahaka, but I think that was a pick that we could have had.
Ah, generous offering.
We're going to try Mark of Mending.
Immediately.
We get 2 guys going bottom. I'm going to come join them.
Who gathers enough tribute this
This
time?
tribute is bottom. Yeah, this tribute is bottom, so we're going to need the help. I'm going to come in for the support. We'll just send out there. Maybe we can ping some people. We'll get some vision. I do get something.
Yes, of course.
That's fine. I'll let them chase me all day long.
In the name of Elu.
Oh, yeah! Two at once!
There we go. There's the kill.
In the name
Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. She gets killed. That was close. We're going to take the tribute. There's like 8 of us here. We're all going to get it. We would like to push. We could definitely push on something.
Your enemy.
You guys are going to push bottom. I'm going to go push mid.
of Elu.
We've got a couple of seconds until Zagara comes back up. There she is. I don't think I hit her there. That's fine. We got 4 on the reduction. Zagara does get killed, so that's really good. I'm going to top him off. I can't use Hunter's Mark on this unfortunately. So we got 2 forts. We're gonna get 2 forts. We might get that third one. That third one is gonna go down too. So we're gonna get all 3 forts. You guys can play with that.
Destroyed.
So we got 40 stacks on this. Pierce is 5, so this could hit all 5 heroes. We'll get some cost reduction as well, which is gonna help out with the mana. We have 3 levels up, which is also really nice. Vala goes down. We're gonna see if we can come help this team out. We're gonna send that through there. I would love to get boss. Boss would be pretty neat.
Enough. The curse is over. I hope you made the most of it.
We're gonna throw that down.
Choose a talent.
Onward.
Do want to watch out for boss now. We did lose one. I'm gonna send it through boss and just make sure they're not doing it. They are doing it.
Nice follow through.
Can we get some help?
Next time, run faster. Immediately.
So we caused them to bail out, which is nice. That's what I wanted to see. We did chase them away. They lost Arthas to that, or Alarak to that, I should say, which made me lulls just a little bit. So fortunately, that vision helped out. Let's go and ping these guys. Bing, bing. Thanks very much.
Yes, of course.
So Kerrigan, I love that the Ultralisk is still just running around. Kerrigan is up in... So they're going to try for it again? I'm trying to just keep them honest at this point. Like we don't have the team that can kill them, but I'm trying to keep them honest to make sure that they don't go and get it. Also, what I want to do, I want to thank Lily for staying next to you. I know, whoops.
Three. Four.
That was fantastical. Here, you get Hunter's Mark on this. That was amazing, is what that was. We were almost in trouble.
Gather tribute or face my curse.
I missed that.
It's simple.
She is still gonna get. If we get the, yeah, there we go. This could be a game. This could be a game. That engagement might have been a game changer. We got a boss rolling up. Everybody is dead. We're gonna get this keep.
You know, it's so cool when they explode like that.
I think we could push, honestly. We do want to watch out. We got 2 of them coming up here. You're all just gonna get stunned. I don't want to get killed.
So be it.
There's the kill, and that's gonna be game. That worked out. I played like crap. I want to say I got carried. I didn't play well. I might steal MVP just because I didn't die.
We did it.
MVP.
Didn't deserve MVP, so I'm glad somebody else got that. I'm also not going to vote her, though, because she was a meanie, and she hurt my feelings. Yeah, I don't know. Alright. In fairness, Lily probably deserved MVP, but I'm just going to be a jerk and not give it to her. I always like how I pick up heroes that I don't play and I don't know what I'm doing, and somehow we get wins. It makes me laugh. Let's look at the stats. I somehow didn't die. Lily saved me a couple of times. Carrie getting lots of damage. Grey Maiden did lots of damage. It worked out. It worked out well. I was happy about that. Lots of deaths there. So let's look at the talents. We'll go through that, and I'll kind of talk about how I sucked, and you see what you say. So level 1, Lunar Blaze, repeatable quest. Hitting heroes with Lunar Flare increases its damage. After you hit 10, you reduce the mana. After you hit 20, the range is increased. I was able to stack that up relatively quickly. I think I was up in the 30s when the game ended. I might have been missed. I was over 20. I was definitely over 20 when that game ended. It's great for getting that and reducing the mana cost. You definitely have some mana problems in the early stages of the game, but you kind of, that goes away pretty quickly. I did get up to like in the 40s or 50s with my owl as well, so the damage was not inconsequential, but the vision was nice and it definitely pierced through everyone. So that was extra bonus stuff. They kind of stood around, and which made it work out pretty well. Moonlit arrows. Basic attacks decrease the cooldown by an additional 3/4 of a second. Yeah, I think this works out. I didn't heal enough. I didn't use my heal enough is really what I'm getting at. So, but otherwise, yeah, this is a pretty solid talent. True Shot Aura. Passively grant 10% increased attack damage to nearby allied heroes. I mean, these guys, auto attack, he's got auto attack. So I think it worked. I like to think that it did the trick. Hopefully it played a part. Level 10, Starfall. I really wanted to do Shadowstalk just to see how it played out, but Starfall was definitely the better option in this case. Landed a couple of good ones, so I was happy for that. 13, Harsh Moonlight. Sentinel slows the target and reduces their damage. So again, this can go across. This is going to stack for everybody. So I was able to get this to stack Pierce 5 times. So get this to go across the board definitely helped out. Level 16, Mark of Mending. Tyrande's basic attacks heal her for 2% of her maximum health. Basic attacks against targets with Hunter's Mark heal. Again, my main problem with this is I wasn't landing my Hunter's Mark the way I needed to. I was like trying to activate it, and I couldn't seem to get that extra step close to fire it off when I really needed to. I was doing a very, very poor job of that. That was one of the things that I personally you need to be better. I need to be better about. I need to hit Hunter's Mark much more consistently. And at 20, I did choose Ice Blade Arrows. Increase my attack speed. And my basic attacks against enemy heroes reduce their damage. Again, I was just trying to pull, they do have a lot of damage. I was just trying to pull that back as much as possible. I think that that one combo was at the end of it was crazy. I was sure we were gonna get wiped, and then suddenly Lily hit cups, and then we went to town. I was able to get out of the Discord strike, and yeah, it worked out pretty well. It's funny how the game can turn on a dime like that. I think Uther hit Divine Storm. Alarak hit everybody with Discord Strike was a big combo, and then all of a sudden Lily just fires up the jugs, and we were able to go to town. I got some stuns with Lunar Flare, and then that was GG. So thankfully the game worked out in our favor. Yeah, I think I got carried there. I didn't play particularly well. I didn't get killed. Well, so I'll take that. That's always a good thing. But otherwise, not the best. I can see where she feels a little weak at times. If you play it a little bit better than I did, she does have some options where she can really empower some heroes. Yeah, so that's it. You gotta basically land your stuns. That's the word of the day. Land your stuns. That makes the big difference. You drop the stun, and then you drop the Hunter's Mark, and everybody gets deleted, and then you're happy. So my name's Conman. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. You know the drill. Do the like, the subscribe, the share, whatever it is. Call me stupid. I don't care. We're almost done. We get to play with Uther. Speaking of people who just got reworked, Uther is up next, and then we're in the home stretch. So, let me know your thoughts, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care.